Supposed to be in the studio. I couldn't make it. Here it goes. Texas Talk Radio. Let me see how things operated. Whoa. Without me being there, folks. So don't touch that dial. Let's see how the intro come on. All right, folks. That's the intro of me. Let's see what my co-host did. My producer. Here it goes, folks. Taxi driver. Yeah. As you know, folks, I'm still with a customer, so I couldn't do the studio. Here it goes. Okay. Here it goes. Uh-oh. Go, Alee.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Alee. I'm the co-host and producer of Taxi Talk. I am, today we're talking about, can children learn in uncomfortable environments, whether they be lack of AC, lack of heat? Are they able to learn in those environments? I personally think they can't, because they're more focused on how uncomfortable the environment is as opposed to properly retaining information. That's just my opinion. To join the conversation, you can call us at 410-481-1010 or nationwide 1-877-704-1010. We have our first caller. Roy, how you doing today? Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good afternoon, rather. How you doing?
I'm fine. So what do you think? Can children learn in uncomfortable environments?
Excuse me, I'm in 100% agreement with you that children cannot learn in a, and I guess I'm going to call them a distracting environment.
Right.
I have a local nonprofit-based organization here in the Washington, D.C. area, and I work with, if you would, under-resourced youth. And one of the greater problems that we are finding about servicing the youth is that there are too many distractions. And some of those
you want me to come get the money?
Not enough food in the house, not enough heat or air conditioning, things of that nature. And educational basketball program servicing at the time Washington D.C. and greater region. Basically, we at the level at a lot of times, our primary focus is to combat the issues that we know that are faced at the collegiate level. So we know kids at the collegiate level that are playing basketball, football, and all those other sports can't read and do math on the fourth grade level. And so there's a heavy level of exploitation with the youth, unfortunately. So basically we are working with provide services to combat that, meaning increasing the learning and providing learning resources, our own curriculum and things of that nature, to better aid and help our kids to get ahead of the curve instead of behind.
And how can people get in touch with you? What's your website, email information, etc.?
So the website is www.team, as in the basketball team, dash or hyphen, and ROAR is the acronym that stands for Restoring Our African Respect.org. Excuse me. As far as telephone number, you can always call me in the office. It's 202-379-4871. And email address would be Jaroy, JAROY.Johnson@team-roar.org.
Thank you so much for your phone call. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have an in-studio guest today. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Fine. Can you please tell us your name and your title?
Okay, my name is Blondie, and I'm a consulting department.
She has big, beautiful blonde hair. I mean, she is working this blonde. She walks in the studio. I'm like, oh, who is that? Fire, yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I work for a law office of Attorney David Gardner, and what we do is we handle personal injury claims.
Okay.
So I'm marketing him for personal injury claims, and we want to put out information to people and educate them on when they have an accident, what their next step is.
So today,
I'm rushing to the radio station, folks. Right now, I'm 6 minutes late.
Type of things, and when they're involved involved in an accident, what should they do next? So that was the reason for me being here.
Okay, and what information would you like to share?
Well, what I would like to know the first thing you want to do if you're able the police officer. Okay. You know, you dial 911 so they can come to the scene. The second thing is if you are not able to get out and move around, start taking pictures.
That's what's going on. The accident. Either an accident or something. Give a call.
Whoever else is involved. Okay. And then from there, you know, if you're hurt, if you're experiencing any headaches, or any
Call the man and see if he called
get to the ER or your physician's office.
At what point in time should they reach out to seek counsel?
As soon as they can. As soon as they can. You know, a lot of people, they go directly home and they lay around, and that's not good because their body can lock up or other things can start to happen. So what we want to encourage people to do is, if you're experiencing anything whatsoever, please go to a physician, go to a doctor, go to the ER.
And if the listeners ever get into a situation of that nature, how can they reach out to your law firm?
Well, they can call us and we can direct them, provide them all the information that we have. And my 800 number is 1-800
Diane, we'll get right to you. Please don't hang up. We will get right to you, Diane. She's on the phone right now waiting, so I'll let her know. We'll take her call momentarily.
I'll get that phone number to you.
Let me ask you, do you feel that children are able to learn in an uncomfortable environment? That's the topic of our show. So what's your opinion?
If we're able to
if children are able to learn in an uncomfortable environment, i.e. no heat, lack of air conditioning, lack of proper resources.
Of course not. They're not able to learn. And that's for us and for grown-ups. You know, we all are people, so we need to be comfortable. Anything that hinders us or coldness, hunger, an unstable environment, of course, is not going to allow us to pay attention.
I've had conversations with people, and they've said that those type of environments motivate children to want to learn. And I thought that was interesting. That was an interesting perspective because for me as an adult, if I'm uncomfortable, I'm focused on being uncomfortable than the information that's being given to me. So I would expect a child
to be uncomfortable.
Exactly. And not be able to retain that information. So
exactly.
I just thought that perspective was very interesting.
Very odd.
Very odd, to say the least.
Because that's you know, when we think back to when we were in school, and we were young, anything triggered our attention.
Exactly.
You know, whether it was someone fighting next door, whether it's somebody popping gum, you know, anything that would trigger us from learning. Yes,
exactly.
It's not too many students in the classroom that can sit and stay focused, especially these days.
Exactly.
You know, back in my day, they were a little more strict, you know, but we still used anything to take our attention away, and we would run with it.
Talking about school, folks.
The issues are thicker, right?
Make a kid
you know,
learn,
whether it's no heat, whether it's a fight going on in class, how we're talking to one another, whether or not the teachers are being respected. Any little thing triggers in students' minds these days.
Do you have the contact information for us,
Yes, our contact information is 1-800-583-4490. That's 1-800-583-4490.
And do you have a website?
Yes, we do. It's called Accident Resources at gmail.com. That's ACCIDENTRESOUR@ES.com.
Thank you so much. I'm going to take Diane on line number 2. Diane, how are you today?
I'm fine. How about you, sir?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you feel that children are able to learn in uncomfortable environments?
You know what? I was listening to what the young lady that you had, your guest in there. I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. I graduated in the 70s from high school. We didn't have air conditioning. And my elementary school was, back in the day, they turned the heat off on a Friday.
When you got back on Monday, the heat wasn't up. So we sat there with our coats on and our gloves, but we learned because the teachers were very creative in a way that we could learn. And then when it got in the summertime, because a lot of schools didn't have air conditioning, they took us outside under a tree. We did our work. What I see now is that the children, because of all the electronic games, their mind is not like ours. They wander. And I work in a system, I work in one at our school, and we also have heat, but the children's mind still wanders. So, when you said that question, I don't know, because to me, we still can't get them motivated to do their work. And they got heat and they have air conditioning. Ours is one of the schools that have both heat and air conditioning. So, that question is like a $50,000 question. I'm going to say yes, in a way, if the teacher is very creative, where they can get the children to learn.
Gotta go.